Hey, good morning, everybody. It's time for the lives and lessons learned from 100 Christians. We're going way back today to Saint Francis of Assisi. His life was about embracing the downtrodden. Leaving a life of wealth, Saint Francis embraced radical poverty to serve the poor and the forgotten, including lepers. His humility and deep love for all creation teach us to find Christ in those who are marginalized and to live a simple life. He was born, St. Francis of Assisi was born Giovanni da Pietro de Bernardone in 1181 in Assisi, Italy. Is one of the most revered figures in Christian history. His life and teaching embody a radical commitment to the principles of humility, poverty, and love for all creation. We're going to circle back to that in a moment. Throughout his short life, he transformed the landscape of Christianity and inspired countless individuals to pursue a path of service and devotion. Early life and conversion. Francis was born into a wealthy merchant family, enjoying the privileges of a comfortable lifestyle. However, his experiences during the Crusades and a serious illness that he suffered prompted a profound spiritual awakening. He began to question the materialism and excesses of his early life. Ultimately, his conversion was marked by a vision in which he felt called to rebuild the church and live a life of simplicity. The turning point set him on a path of radical change that would define his legacy. His emphasis on poverty and humility. One of the core teachings is to embrace poverty. He believed that true freedom came from detachment from material possessions. Following his conversion, he renounced his wealth and chose to live among the poor, identifying with their struggles and suffering. This radical embrace of poverty was not merely for its own sake, rather it was a means to cultivate humility and draw closer to Christ, who lived a life of simplicity. So you have to understand why he did it, all right? Having things is not altogether bad. It's your attitude towards those things. So one of the reasons he embraced poverty was to cultivate that humility. Francis's commitment to humility extended beyond his personal life. He established the Franciscan order, which you still may have heard of, which emphasized a communal lifestyle, preaching and service to, again, the downtrodden. His followers, known as Franciscans, were encouraged to live out the principles of poverty and humility, become agents of peace and reconciliation in a world marked by conflict and division. He had a theology of creation, which is a big thing for him. St. Francis viewed nature as a manifestation of God's love and creativity. He believed the natural world was a mirror reflecting God's glory and attributes. This perspective is articulated beautifully in his writings, most notably in a writing he titled The Canticle of the Sun, which is also known as the Canticle of the Creatures. In this poem, he personifies elements of nature, such as the sun, moon, wind, water, and earth, giving them a voice to praise God. Each element is celebrated for its unique qualities and a contribution, again, to the created order. This poetic expression highlights the inherent value of the natural world, not just for its utility to humans, but as an integral part of the divine creation. His reverence for nature reminds us of the sacredness of the environment and our responsibility to enjoy it. The example of the birds. One of the most famous anecdotes about St. Francis involves his interaction with birds. It is said that he once preached to a flock of birds, marveling at their beauty and freedom. He emphasized that they too were creatures of God and deserved respect and admiration. This act illustrates his belief in the dignity of all living things, regardless of their size or status. I would add that we don't worship nature. We enjoy nature. We worship God who reveals himself in nature. His love for animals extended beyond birds. He is often depicted surrounded by various creatures, symbolizing his role as protector and advocate of all God's creation. His affection for animals and his insistence on treating them with kindness and respect resonate with a lot of people, obviously, even today. Peace and reconciliation. Francis is also known for his commitment to peace. His efforts to bridge divides during conflicts, particularly in the context of the Crusades, reflect his belief in the power of love and dialogue. He famously sought to convert the Sultan of Egypt, not through force, but through understanding and compassion. His approach to conflict resolution, rooted in love and humility, serves as a reminder of the importance of peace in our lives and our community. What about his legacy and his influence? The impact of St. Francis extends far beyond his lifetime. His teachings continue to inspire individuals across various faith tradition and walks of life. The Franciscan order has grown into a significant movement within the Catholic Church, emphasizing justice, environmental stewardship, and the pursuit of peace. Furthermore, his life has inspired countless works of art, literature, and spiritual reflection. In contemporary society, his message remains relevant as we confront issues of poverty, inequality, and things in the environment. His call to live simply, love generously, and to care for creations challenge us to reflect on our values and our choices. In summary, the life and teachings of St. Francis of Assisi offer a compelling vision of what it means to live authentically as a follower of Christ. That's probably my favorite sentence that I've read so far. Through his radical embrace of poverty, love for creation, and commitment to peace, he exemplifies a life dedicated to serving others and honoring God. His legacy invites us to cultivate a spirit of humility, compassion, and stewardship. Also a great sentence, reminding us that the path to fulfillment lies not in our material belongings, but in love and service of all of God's creation. That's it for St. Francis of Assisi. Hopefully one thing might stick. Take care. God bless.